Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the chairperson of the African Union Commission, Her Excellency Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma.
Thank you very much, our gracious hosts, the Secretary of Commerce of the United States and Mr. Michael Bloomberg, heads of state and government, business leaders, ladies and gentlemen. We are very happy to be here to also thank President Obama and his administration for his efforts to try and deepen and broaden the U.S. economic engagement in Africa. We have pledged to work together on such areas as energy, agriculture and agro-processing, industrialization, and promoting intra-African trade and global trade, as well as technology transfer and investments in skills and education. Africa is not only the second largest continent in terms of landmass, but also one of the most diverse and rich continents on Earth, with a young and still growing population. Africa is home to vast mineral and natural resources that is in addition to sources of energy, including oil, gas, and renewable energy. But the African paradox still remains that the contradiction between a continent that is rich, yet the majority of its people are poor. It is this paradox we seek to address through Agenda 2063 and through the partnerships that we are building. We continue to prioritize access to quality education at all levels with a focus on STEM as the foundation for an African skills revolution. We continue to appeal to our partners to provide more opportunities to African youth to study at their universities, to do internships in their companies and in their countries, and for multinational companies with presence in Africa to do more to contribute towards technical and vocational training. Because as we know, skilled young people will research, will innovate, will create jobs, and will contribute to high productivity. And of course, skills are the fastest equalizer, so it's very important. Africa has shown that it's growing even when the rest of the world is in depression. We have seen ICT companies across the continent, Kenya, Rwanda, Senegal, to name a few, diamond polishing and cutting incubators in Botswana, the cocoa and chocolate startups in Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, horticulture greenhouses in Ethiopia and Kenya. We've seen a great creative industry in Nigeria, automotive industry in South Africa, just to name a few. And of course, Africa as a whole is determined to create the necessary regional value chains and get a foothold in global production. We are growing the private sector. We have Pan-African business champions now, and I'm very grateful to them for all they did during the Ebola crisis. Africa's fast-growing cities provide opportunities for investment in bulk infrastructure such as energy, transport, water, and sanitation. In all regions, governments are cooperating in trilateral and multilateral basis and through their regional economic communities in regional transport corridors and linkages and their regional energy power pools. With industrialization, the demand for power is going to be growing at more than 6% per year. Transport is going to grow between 6 and 8 times between now and 2040. Water is going to be needed, and we'll see the big rivers almost reaching ecosystem brink. But Africa is the next frontier for growth, and anyone who ignores it at its own peril, and I'm glad that the US is working hard to take these opportunities. Africa is also doing a lot within the continent. Last year, we launched the Continental Free Trade and also the African Passport. In addition, we are working to promote human and people's rights, peace, and democracy across the continent. We have vowed to silence the guns by 2020. We believe that the opportunities for U.S. Africa cooperation around economic benefits are growing. We must also accept that we are at different levels and stages of development, and that Africa has to still fight for policy space to pursue its industrialization and development. The US is one of the big investors in Africa, especially in oil and gas. But if we take the total foreign and direct investments that goes out of the US to the rest of the world, what goes to Africa is very small. So we are hoping that these opportunities will indeed encourage the US to put more investments into Africa. And investments in Africa, as we know, have more returns than in any part of the world. We therefore look forward to continue working with the US as a reliable partner, but also in ensuring that women are part of this endeavor, because if we leave half the population of Africa, then we will only work at half capacity. So the US, with its comparative advantage in technology, innovation, and finance and industry, will be a good partner for us. I look forward to a robust and very fruitful discussion. I thank you.